Just us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Oh, just the two of us. Rainbows in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. Hey, hey. Just the two of us. What's up, Neela? What's up, Big Slug? Come on in, come on in, come on in into the live session, into the live. What's up, Tanda? Yeah, hatches. It is hot. It is hot. It is hot. Oh yeah. Today we are talking about the prostate gland. Talking about the prostate gland today. I know definitely a lot of guys probably don't know what the prostate gland is. I definitely know. I only learned about the prostate gland, I think 4 years ago when I was like 30, 31. That's when I first knew about the prostate gland, or actually what it does. Biology, we saw it, but you know. So today we're doing a deep dive and we're looking into the actual prostate gland. So let's just give it a couple of more minutes. Let's give it 5 minutes. Are there 7:05, then we get into the live. So 7:05, we get into the live. Yeah. Hey, Ben, skeleton. Okay, ma. How are you guys doing? I think I might have. Okay, connection looks good. Let's just give it this couple more minutes. Give it a couple more minutes. Sure. Let me see if we can actually do something with this. Settings. Okay, I think this might. Wonder. Enhance. Oh, I can actually do background. Can actually do a background. Okay. Just the background situation is not going to work. The background situation is definitely not going to work. take that off. Dumelang, beautiful people. Dumelang. Oh, okay. I think I can do a board at least. Okay, one more minute before we can get started. What's up, D? What's up, Mawakutlo? Okay. So today we are looking at the prostate gland, as I mentioned earlier. Today is one of those days where it's going to be very educational. And I trust you'll be able to learn a lot of new things. So this is more especially important for Bajita. This is more important for the gents. However, I do also encourage the opposite gender to also sit in on topics that might be important for the other gender, because we do coexist. And with us coexisting, it's beneficial for us to know what actually do we go through. I can imagine if my wives knew, or my girlfriends knew, this is the prostate gland, this is the type of foods that damage the prostate gland, and they know it's a prostate gland, and if they want me to stay healthy and keep the prostate gland healthy, they would also, in their own way, as a form of love, look at ways to keep me healthy, right? And it's the same with, you can flip that around, Antoine. If you knew, what's the issue behind women having painful periods, if you knew that what really lies behind that situation, then you would approach her with a lot more love, compassion, and also, actually, instead of buying her chocolates, the snack and all of that, you would actually buy her herbs. You would actually buy her, maybe even a massage gun. But yeah. So 6 minutes past 7. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and Fandache Rebua about. Today we'll be talking about the prostate health, right? More importantly, the prostate gland. So I'll start this off like this, right? So this is the prostate gland. Hold up. This is the prostate gland right over here. This one here. So this is the bladder. I want you to imagine this is the bladder, and then this is the urethra. The urethra. Pipe in a It's the same pipe that you use to also ejaculate. And now, this here, right below the bladder, is the prostate gland. And it's the size of a walnut. And it's responsible for a couple of things. One of the things that this is responsible for is producing the seminal fluids, meaning butswe. Well, you see the whiteness, it's one. When you ejaculate, is created here in the prostate gland. What it also is responsible for is creating pressure for you to be able to ejaculate. So I don't know if anyone has noticed, but I spoke about this in a video that I posted, that when we were younger, for a lot of us, and this is probably one of the ways that you can tell that your prostate might be having issues, is that this is responsible for pressure when we are ejaculating and also when we are urinating. So when we were younger, we could piss like a very good distance. I'm not going to say like 1 meter, but you could piss like a very good distance. But older men right now, you really have to get close to the urinal, because basically on top, like there's no pressure. You don't have the same pressure that you used to have, and this also applies with ejaculation on top, where if you aren't ejaculating and your ejaculation is, your sperm isn't shooting out, but it's dripping out, prostate issues. It could either be swollen or shrinky. It's getting shriveled up. But that's basically spinous prostate. And now that's on the physical side. Now on the more spiritual side, or on the more energetic side, the prostate gland is also very important for us to be able to experience orgasms, multiple orgasms without ejaculation, us as men. It is also the gland that we use when you are trying to practice semen retention. Semen retention being controlling when you ejaculate. Because you use the same urethra to ejaculate, you can squeeze this onto, and one or two things can happen. The first thing that can happen is that you will squeeze and stop the ejaculation, and then have it basically cycle back, and then you can reuse the energy from it. And then two, another thing that can happen is what we call a retrograde ejaculation. Retrograde ejaculation meaning you try to stop the ejaculation, you manage to stop it, but what happens is that because you are too close to ejaculating, you already had produced the seminal fluids and it was all nicely wrapped up. So because now you've blocked the pathway for it to leave, it goes into the bladder, and that's what we call a retrograde ejaculation. So this is the use of the prostate gland. It is very, 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 very important. Without the prostate gland, I want you to imagine what's going to stop urine from leaving your bladder and going out of your penis. Without the prostate gland, there's nothing. Like literally, urine will drip out if you don't take care of the prostate gland. So this is what it looks like. This is a very bad drawing. Now also, the prostate gland also produces a certain hormone that attaches to testosterone. It's a certain hormone that attaches to testosterone, so that testosterone can become absorbable or usable in our systems. We have a high, like we really need to have testosterone. So when your prostate gland isn't working properly and you aren't, let's say, producing enough testosterone, what happens is that this either becomes cancerous, it either becomes cancerous, it enlarges. Now when it enlarges, the tissues of the prostate gland mimic the tissues of the pussy. I need you to be like, that's very important. When this thing swells up, it mimics the tissue of the pussy. So prostate gland, not spoken about. We often always looking at the 4-5, pipiaka. You see, without this, so let's go into it. So I looked at a lot of sources, checking out videos, went onto the internet, looked at articles, looked at medical journals and all of that. But I came back to this book, my favorite book, African Holistic Health by Dr. Leila O. Africa. Let me say it again. African Holistic Health by Dr. Leila O. Africa. Dr. Leila O. Africa. I'm not a doctor. I am just a health and sex coach. So with that said, in this book, which I think every household should have this book, in this book, he basically covers a lot of what we would call diseases or health issues. And he looks at what is the reason why we have this issue. Okay, he looks at the why. He looks at also what you can do, from a very holistic point of view to alleviate yourself. So we're going to look at this right here, prostate problems, right? Because we can have a lot of prostate problems. So let's go ahead and say and just read this whole thing. So this is gonna be a bit long, but bear with me with this, right? So prostate problems. The prostate is partly muscle and gland. It is about the size of the walnut with a donut shape. It is directly underneath your bladder and it surrounds the tube, which is the urethra, that allows urine to flow out of the bladder and pass out through the penis. The prostate secretes a thin, cloudy alkaline fluid that helps make seminal fluid. The muscular contractions of the prostate squeeze the prostatic fluids and help it to mix in with semen and sperm. The muscles help to ejaculate. There are many types of prostate diseases and many factors that can cause prostate problems, such as drugs, legal and illegal, can harm it. So, the first issue is prostatic hypertrophy. Hypertrophy. So it is basically the enlargement of the prostate. It can slow down, interrupt, block, or stop the flow of urine, as well as cause urine to stay in the bladder for too long, resulting in infections and inflammation. This can lead to kidney disease and destroy the kidneys. And then we have prostatitis, which is the inflammation of the prostate. Diseases can directly and indirectly affect the prostate, such as sugar diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, varicose veins, as the hypoglycemia, which damages prostate, as well as hypoglycemia, which all basically damage the prostate nerves. Now, when I was reading this whole thing, when I was just going into this, looking at the types of foods that are bad for this, I noticed that it's almost like it's a hormone thing, right? A lot of the foods and the things that damage the prostate is things that upregulate estrogen and they downregulate testosterone. It's a correlation. There's a correlation. So if you're ever wondering what do I need to avoid, look up things that downregulate or things that basically negatively impact testosterone production. Look those up. Those are your enemies to your prostate gland. So there are early warning signs to prostate problems. Premature baldness and or ejaculation can indicate weakness and or deterioration of the prostate. Young boys dribble urine after it stops flowing and often leave urine stains in their underwear. So let's keep it moving actually. This may be indicating the beginning of prostate problems. Men that need to shake their penis several times before urine dribbles after the urination stops may have the onset of problems. Oh snap, wait, hold up. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. Yay. I wasn't expecting this to be here by now. Guys, can I just quickly pause? I just need to collect this order. Oh, it's a very late order. I thought they would cancel it. I'm coming back. Let me leave my cap with my mic. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Oh boy. Okay, so let's go back a bit, right? There are early warning signs of prostate problems. Premature baldness and/or premature ejaculation can indicate weakness or deterioration of the prostate. Young boys dribble urine after it stops flowing and often leave urine stains in their underwear. This could be an indicator of the beginning of prostate problems. Men that need to shake their penis several times because urine dribbles after urination stops may have the onset of problems. May have. Usually, early warning signs are ignored until the male reaches middle age and has an enlarged prostate, cancer of the prostate, or infertility. So this is why I was like, this is also important for not only Rona as Bajita, but also as women, because you have sons on top. And I know that we still have a situation out here where, a lot of women are still raising kids by themselves without their fathers. And even if the father is there, the father might not have this information. So they might not see the early signs that me, if I were to think, when was the first time I had dribble out of my shandies? Probably in my 20s. But as a kid, I never had dribble. But in my 20s, that's when I started to notice like a little bit of dribble. But let's keep it moving. Excusez-moi. So, infertility is rising as 25% of married couples cannot have children. Now, remember, just to put in context, this is a very old book. This is more than 10 years old, right? So infertility is rising and 25% of married couples cannot have children. The sperm count was 120 million per milliliter in 1938 and dropped to 20 million per milliliter in 1991. It has been steadily decreasing each year, I think 1% a year. Imbalanced sex hormone levels, which is estrogen, progesterone, progesterone, and testosterone. But please forgive me, my English in the evening. Kafosta fam. Kafosta. Okay, so like I was saying, imbalanced sex hormone levels can result in decreased sperm count. Excess estrogen in non-organic foods lower progesterone and testosterone levels, which lowers the sperm count and deteriorates the prostate. You see, okay, now you see it. Now you see it. This is my first time actually reading the prostate problem here. But what I was saying when I was looking at this information, there seemed to be like a correlation between prostate health and our hormones, right? Our hormone balance. So yeah. So where was I? So there are estrogen and steroid type chemicals in non-organic meats. Let's run that back. There are estrogen and steroid type chemicals in non-organic meats, milk, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. Excess estrogen weakens the prostate, causes cancer of the prostate and breast cancer in men. You heard that right, breast cancer in men. Now, if you're wondering, how does breast cancer happen in a man? Doesn't a man need to have breasts to have cancer of the breast? Well, if you look at a lot of gents, especially overweight gents, what do we see? Matswele. We call them man boobs, right? Matswele, man boobs. And these man boobs are there because there is an upregulation of testosterone, of estrogen, which is the female hormone. And so if there's an upregulation of estrogen, there's a downregulation of testosterone. Hold on. get my phone. Okay, cool. Cool. Sorry about that. I hope that was the last interruption. So let's go back to it. So there are estrogen and steroid type chemicals in non-organic meats, milk, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. Excess estrogen weakens the prostate and causes cancer of the prostate and breast cancer in men. Synthetic estrogen in foods given to childbearing women can cause undescended testicles. I don't know if you know about this, but the undescended testicles is basically testicles that don't drop out of the body. And men that have undescended testicles generally have a hard time with impregnating women, or a hard time with fertility, rather, because how can I say this? To produce quality sperm, one of the conditions is that your balls need to stay cool. And if your balls are very close to your body gives off heat, it lowers the chances or it lowers your fertility, right? Or I don't know if that's the right word but it impacts your fertility. So this is something that can happen even this can happen to a boy child that's developing. And I haven't read, but from a podcast that I was listening to, they were talking about how now more and more boys that are being born, their anus is closer to their balls. On top, the anus is coming closer to their balls. On top, whereas there's supposed to be a very good distance between your anus and your balls. So, and these are all disruptions in our hormone balance, right? And it's caused by a lot of things, but mostly foods. On top, we can say environment in totality causes these things. On top, and one of the things that we do not think about, because Arena Khanisi is plastics. On top, these plastics also affect our hormone balance, and we consume these plastics in so minute quantities over a period of time that we do not really register the damage. On top, I think I'll do another live just looking at plastics and how it affects our health. You would be surprised. You really would be surprised how much plastic, microplastics you actually have. We all have. Everybody has microplastics in their body. Everybody has microplastics in their body. And they really do affect our health in ways that we have never considered, because the studies are being done. And most of our food in containers. You go buy your fruits, it's in plastics. You buy water, it's in a plastic bottle. And then the same chemicals in those plastics, somewhat the same chemicals you find in pesticides. Okay. So, where was I? So synthetic estrogen in foods given to childbearing women can cause undescended testicles. Women eating non-organic commercial foods with excess estrogen have more synthetic estrogen in their breast milk than is found in non-organic cow's milk. Therefore, the consumption of excess estrogen in breast and cow milk starts the deterioration, basically the damaging or the downgrading of the prostate gland. From birth, this thing, not even from birth, from inside the stomach, and I guess this thing holds true about men are becoming women in a very physical sense, in a very, very physical sense. On top. And We can't ignore this. We can't ignore this. We cannot keep ignoring this and ignoring our health. And one thing that let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let me see. Where was I? Oh yeah, my thought. I had a thought. I figure our bodies are very divine, and I figure our bodies are very intelligent, and our bodies do everything to protect us, and more especially for women, I think your bodies do a lot to protect your young one. That's why your life is in danger when you're pregnant more than anything else. Like all priority goes to the child, for women. Now, this might be a long shot. But there's been a very huge decline in women being able to breastfeed. Huge decline in women being able to breastfeed. What if one of the reasons, yes, we get the physical part, but what if one of the reasons that you aren't able to breastfeed is your body basically saying, "Hey, it's better not to breastfeed this child this breast milk that you have. It's not of quality. It's not quality breast milk. It's not good for this child." And I wish ABC is that when you look at most pregnancies, especially in Pomakasi, Pomatauno, in this fast life situation, go jewa di fast food, go jewa di processed foods. Sometimes go newa le beara go ntse go le prep. And yes, I know there's exceptions. But what I'm saying is things escalate on top. And what if this is one of nature's way to saying, "Hore, you are unfit to feed this child." Hence, arkwale valve, khanya, I don't know. It's just a thought. It's a long shot, but it's just a thought. So let's keep it moving. Okay. So women eating non-organic commercial foods with excess estrogen have more synthetic estrogen in their breast milk than is found in non-organic cow's milk, which is crazy. Therefore, the consumption of excess estrogen in breast and cow's milk starts to kill the prostate gland. So, especially pasteurized milk, which is seemingly the only milk that you can actually find out. So, prostaglandin hormones as well as adrenaline hormones are released as a reaction to high blood pressure, stress, diabetes, obesity, drugs, junk food, non-organic meat, eggs, dairy consumption. Prostaglandins causes prostate muscles to contract and are anti-inflammatory. They can be high in semen. An overly high prostaglandin level weakens the tissue of the prostate. The prostate reacts by getting thicker, developing scar tissue, and becomes enlarged. The prostate is harmed by white sugar, alcohol, vinegar, salt, processed foods, toxic synthetic chemicals in commercial deodorants, colognes, cough suppressants, allergy remedies. They enter the blood and prostate and they cause cellular waste to be suppressed or kept in the prostate and alter normal function. It is best to use natural products purchased from health food stores. Sexual intercourse with... Okay, I think we need to breathe on that one. Let's go back, Hanya. Prostate is harmed by white sugar, bourgeois, vinegar, salt. I think with salt, we're talking about, like that iodated salt. I think we could be safe with the sea salts, think we could be safe with the sea salts, with the Himalayan pink salts. I think we could be safe. But the processed salt, the processed sugar, bad. Processed foods, toxic and synthetic chemicals in commercial deodorants, colognes, cough suppressants, allergy remedies. These things enter the blood and prostate. They cause cellular waste to be suppressed in the prostate or kept in the prostate and alter the normal function. It is best to use natural products purchased from health stores. So, sexual intercourse with ejaculation causes the same nutrient energy loss as running 20 miles. So, every time Orota, you are going to 20 miles. What is 20 miles? Let's look up 20 miles. Let's bring it back into the South African context. Bringing it to the South African context. Doesn't anyone know what 20 miles is converted to kilometers? Kilometer. Let's look. 20 miles in kilometers. Oh my God. So every time you ejaculate, you basically lose the same nutrients and energy that you would use up to run 32 kilometers. That is wild. Do you know how much energy you need to run 32 kilometers? I used to run 10 kilometers just for fun. And there was never a day where that 10 kilometers was fun. There was never a day where it was fun. It was like a breeze. Like, no. 32 kilometers? Oh, every time you hold that. Hey, there's a lot of energy that I'm losing. There's a lot of nutrients that I'm losing. So it's important. That's why it's important to have the herbs, to have supplements, to really make sure that your lifestyle is on point. Pomatalaba didn't have to worry about this. And I say, I'm 35 years old. Matalawaka never had to worry about this because there wasn't so much processed foods. He didn't even like processed foods. He preferred moshua hai, the kabisha hai, or preferred, tohomabele, whatever he's eating. Hardly ate meat. And if he did eat meat, nerjanama, no one. That would be basically the only time nerjanama. They would never buy meat. They would never buy store-bought meat. Pushari, nediscars. It would happen, but nediscars. And there were certain butcheries they were used to go to. Pushari had fresh. There's no such thing as fresh meat, but namate was like fresh kills. There's specific days, and that's when most of us around those times, right? So also, especially in the Pedi culture, I think almost every culture, man, or we had dilo tse ne re di nwa hoseng every single day, tse ne re di nwa hoseng as bajita, as basadi, and these were herbal concoctions. So no, we're eating a lot of processed foods. We don't take our herbs. Instead, now we've relied more on petroleum-based medication. Look it up. Most of the pharmaceutical products, so-called medicine, is petroleum-based. That was the only way they can put a patent on it, by adding petroleum to it. Otherwise, they would basically synthesize natural things from natural herbs that has benefits, and then by copanseli petroleum, so that they can actually put a patent on it. So uja petrol. So you're literally eating petrol. Petrol. What do we use petroleum also for? Plastics. Well, I could go on, but let's keep it moving. So a lifestyle with junk foods and excessive sex without nutritional supplementation and prostate herbs will eventually destroy the prostate. So for the gens, I'm actually I've been formulating that for like I think close to 2 years now, and like I keep playing around with the formula for the perfect supplement for Bachita. Something that can like really recover from dilo tse pai. Something that's gonna be a liver cleanser. It tlo kgona go cleana di-kidney tsa gago, keep you regular, help with producing testosterone, help with managing your stress hormones, your cortisol, upregulating your happy hormones. Yeah, like I've been playing around with it, trying to find the perfect combination of herbs that ikabanto is as simple as a tea. Boila, or it could be a regimen of capsules. But yeah, I still need to talk to Bachita to see what would they prefer. Would you prefer making your own tea, or would you prefer taking the capsules? But for now, I'm on these herbs on the daily. I'm on these herbs on the daily, and like I won't even lie, that truth. When I ejaculate, I don't feel the back. I don't want to call it a back shot. I don't feel the pull back energy as much as I used to be when I'm not taking these herbs. So yeah. Actually, I haven't been reading the comment. Howdy, we'll get back to that. So now we've described the prostate, what the prostate is, what issues arise from the prostate. Now let's look at signs and symptoms of prostate problems. These are things to be considered. Number one, actually, let me not do the number one, number two. Right? Signs and symptoms of prostate problems. Pain between the rectum and the scrotum. Decreased force of urination. Difficulty starting and stopping urination. Frequent day and or night urination. Burning feeling when urinating. Blood in your urine, pink or reddish blood. Pus in your urine, bulado. Decreased amount of semen, less than the normal 1.5 teaspoon. Decreased force of ejaculation. Lower back pain. Series of kidney infections or urinary tract infection. Semen dripping from penis instead of being ejaculated. Thin, clear semen instead of or puke, which is basically like white semen. Premature ejaculation. Inability to maintain or get an erection or to ejaculate. Smell of semen changes, because semen usually has a slightly sweet odor. Salty odor indicates kidney excretor. A salty odor indicates kidney excretory and venereal disease. Okay, there we go. Or diseased bodily conditions. Bittersweet odor indicates spleen and or pancreas disease. So for this goes to the ladies, I guess, to my champions. Just from the taste and the smell of semen, you can basically see. This is why I also like to say that, sexual healing is an actual real thing, because through the act of sex, you can pick up things, from your partner if you observant, and also if you are aware. But yeah, I think that should be useful for a lot of people. Gents, when you do ejaculate, take the chance to smell your semen. I was about to say something else. Okay, let me not. Okay, so a hard rubbery mass is felt between the anus and the scrotum sac with the testicles, and it can be painful if touched. And then let me see. Too much sexual intercourse can cause prostate problems, or sex while having an active urinary tract infection further weakens the prostate. Constant kidney and or bladder infection caused by urine backing up when the enlarged prostate blocks the flow. Difficulty starting and stopping urine. So ke phethile gape. And then basically it goes into supplements on top. I'm going to skip through the supplements because we don't, let me say, I don't have a plug for like my vitamin A supplement, vitamin B supplement that I can endorse, right? Tried and tested, I don't have. But I will name the minerals that you need, and you can basically get this from the CMAS. You can get it from the core minerals. Core minerals has CMAS and bladderwrack, over 92 minerals that your body needs out of 102 minerals. So supplements, you need vitamin A, vitamin B6, vitamin C, vitamin E, lectin, calcium, magnesium, manganese, zinc, and so on. So yeah, those are like the minerals and supplements. And then pumpkin seed oil capsules, those are dope. Bee pollen. Yeah, other things I can't really pronounce. So what I'll do is, let me do this. Or actually, what's about great song? I'll take a image, I'll take a picture of this, and I'll post it on my story. But let me show you guys. If you can take a screenshot, but I don't think it's very visible. I'll take a screenshot, picture, and just post it. So let's look at the herbs, right? Maca, Morina poama, Phygium, so palmetto. Now, when you're looking at herbs, right? Oh yeah, we still have more herbs. We have cat's claws, chickweed, feverfew, golden seal, sarsaparilla, witch hazel, crane's bill, horsetail, shepherd's pulse, bucho, juniper berry, uva ursus. Then we have jingo and goku cola. Go-to cola. Go-to cola is bitter cola. Bitter cola. So increase, basically what these herbs will do is increase the blood to sex organs, which cleanses and strengthens all types of prostate diseases, stops inflammation, decreases enlargement, hormone balance shrinks, and then let me see, it cleanses the prostate, reduces discomfort of urination, and it increases prostate circulation. And then we're looking at foods. So no alcohol. That's the first thing. If you want to have a healthy prostate, no way around it, Spafo. No way around it. Yeah. Maybe if Sapuza must put on his tomboti. Now and then. Not all the time. Just coffee, iodinated salt, non-organic eggs, meat, milk, white sugar, fried food, white flour, white rice, caffeine, black pepper. You use cayenne pepper instead. Fermented foods like your vinegar beer, wine, soy sauce. Oh, this sucks. I've been drinking kombucha so much, and I'm in love with kombucha, and I'm in seemingly the fermented foods. But I don't think it's all fermented foods, but I'll look into it some more. And then eat raw almonds. Eat your fruits, eat your pumpkins, your sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, vegetables. Have cold pressed oils with whole grains, drink half a gallon or more of distilled water daily. And basically that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. I hope you took the notes. Now you know. So, yeah. This was like really eye-opening, even for me. I won't even find. Oh, lifestyle is everything, I'm afraid. Lifestyle is everything. I think like whenever we think about changing our lifestyle, something that I struggled with, and somewhat basically created a loop of self-betrayal and lack of trust to myself, is that I was attached to the idea that if I continue on the path that I'm working on right now, I'm going to lose family and friends, right? I'm going to lose connection to family and friends, because with family and friends, like we were so used to bonding over junk food, fried foods, the braai, le vlees, basically. That was like one of the things that we could bond over. And now I rock up to braais, to parties, and I'm eating watermelon, or the fruits, or I bring something that I can eat myself, or mushroom. And I won't lie to say it was cool. It wasn't cool in the sense that I do feel set aside. It does feel a bit lonely because you're not participating with the group. You're not doing the same thing that everyone is doing. Every time or just something, hey, so did you want the mushroom? Like my food becomes a topic. My lifestyle becomes a topic so many times, and it's like we've been here before, we've spoken about this before, but because you were intoxicated, you forgot. And to be honest, right now it's like I have to do my thing, and so be it. Like I can't come to your birthday party unless you can accommodate. Like I have my friend, if we go shop up, he'll accommodate me. But if I can't be accommodated and you invite me to a party, then you're not really supporting my movement or whatever I'm trying to do on top. And to say you'll be preparing food and then I come with my own food just to eat. Like, let me just rather go somewhere where I don't have to bother anyone. Like we can always chop it up over the phone, over the group chats. But changing your lifestyle, you will meet a lot of resistance from yourself, a lot of resistance from your social circles, and it's just going to change the activities so maybe during the weekend, asalu wena ka mapiara, wena ka di hike, wena ka di picnic, wena ka di outdoor sporty type of vibe activities, which is, in my opinion, what we should be doing as adults, rather than kopana ko di pabo leading in like kopaning ko di park. Let's play sports together. Let's go hiking together. Let's go do yoga together. Let's go. It's like hell. Let's even go to Gold Reef City together. Like the things that every weekend when we get together, which is play. Instead of fucking up our own health, because that's what we do in the weekend activities in Hakopana, and we are fucking up our own health. Say I'm lying. Please say I'm lying. I don't know, maybe into a productive regard, or maybe we can actually start the hell, we don't even trust ourselves. One time, I could go on a rant, but I won't. Let me digress. The live is over. I've basically, I see someone was trying to connect or something like that. Let me see. Oh, okay, no one was trying to connect. But yeah, yeah, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for coming into the live. If the live is of good quality, then I'll take it and then I'll put it on my YouTube so that you can basically catch up if you came into the live late. I'll put it on my YouTube as a replay. But yeah, with that said, thank you for coming into the live. Thank you for tapping in, not just to come and listen to me babble and read and whatnot, but coming in for yourself, to learn something for yourself. Like really, for real, like that's the greatest honor that you can give to yourself, not just me. One time. Nah, all I ask is just give me some likes, double tap on the screen. When you see a video of mine, save the video and repost the video, so that, especially when it's got information, repost the video so that it reaches more people. One time. That's all I can ask. That's all I can ask of you guys. And if you can do that, then I'll continue coming through Gadi Live and delivering information that not even believe, that I know is going to be helpful to your life and others. And with that said, Kalagata, and y'all have a good night. Peace.